Welcome to Healthy Live, where we uncover practical secrets to thriving as we age. Today, let's talk about a game changer. Forget protein powder. These natural foods stop muscle loss instantly. Yes, it's true. You don't need pricey tubs of powder or chalky shakes to keep your strength. I'm about to reveal what the supplement industry doesn't want you to know. Everyday foods, costing less than $2, can halt muscle loss faster and better than any protein powder out there. The billion-dollar protein powder industry has sold us a myth. They flash images of active seniors sipping shakes, claiming their processed formulas are the key to staying strong. But here's the truth they hide. Most powders are stripped of natural nutrients, packed with artificial sweeteners that mess with your gut, and synthetic vitamins your body can't use well. For many, they cause bloating or discomfort. Your body wasn't built for these lab-made products. It thrives on real, whole foods. The foods I'll share don't just deliver protein. They're packed with compounds that stop muscle breakdown, boost strength, and fight inflammation, giving your aging muscles exactly what they crave. These aren't exotic superfoods. They're the comforting, familiar foods your grandmother loved. Foods that have fueled human vitality for centuries. Imagine this. Within 30 minutes of eating one, your muscles start rebuilding, keeping you active and independent. Join me on this journey with Healthy Live, where real food reigns supreme, and say goodbye to protein powder for good. Let me start with the most powerful muscle-saving food that almost nobody talks about. Ricotta cheese. Not cottage cheese, not Greek yogurt, but specifically ricotta. This creamy, mild cheese has a secret that makes it superior to protein powder for stopping muscle loss. And it starts working within minutes. Ricotta contains the highest concentration of whey protein of any whole food. But unlike the processed whey in protein powders, ricotta's whey is in its natural, undenatured form, surrounded by the fats and minerals that help your body actually use it. When you eat ricotta, the whey protein hits your bloodstream fast, sending an immediate signal to stop muscle breakdown. Here's where it gets fascinating. Ricotta is incredibly rich in leucine, containing about 3 grams per cup. Leucine is the master switch for muscle protein synthesis. Think of it as an emergency brake for muscle loss. The moment leucine levels rise in your blood, your muscles get the signal to stop breaking down and start building up. But ricotta has another ace up its sleeve. It contains high levels of albumin protein, the same protein found in egg whites, but in a more digestible form. Albumin has the highest protein efficiency ratio of any protein, meaning your body can use almost 100% of it for muscle building. No protein powder can match this efficiency. The calcium in ricotta is also unique. It comes in the form of calcium lactate, which is absorbed faster than any calcium supplement. This calcium doesn't just support bones, it's essential for muscle contraction. Without adequate calcium, your muscles literally cannot function properly, no matter how much protein you consume. What makes ricotta truly special for seniors is its texture and digestibility. It's naturally soft and creamy, requiring no mixing or blending. For those with dental issues or difficulty swallowing, ricotta goes down easily. It doesn't cause the bloating or gas that protein powders often trigger. And the best part? You can enjoy ricotta sweet or savory. Mix it with honey and berries for breakfast. Spread it on whole grain toast. Or use it in place of heavy cream in soups and sauces. Each serving provides immediate muscle protection, while tasting like a treat, not a supplement. Now for something completely unexpected. The second food that stops muscle loss isn't a protein source at all. It's watermelon. Yes, that sweet, refreshing summer fruit is actually one of the most powerful muscle-protecting foods you can eat. And science has finally figured out why. Watermelon contains the highest natural concentration of an amino acid called L-citrulline. Your body converts L-citrulline into L-arginine, which then produces nitric oxide. This might sound like complicated chemistry, but here's what it means for your muscles. Nitric oxide dilates your blood vessels, rushing nutrients and oxygen to your muscles while removing waste products that cause fatigue and breakdown. Studies have shown that eating watermelon, or drinking fresh watermelon juice, can reduce muscle soreness by up to 40% and accelerate recovery time by nearly half. And this isn't just for athletes. It's even more important for seniors, whose circulation naturally declines with age. But watermelon's muscle-saving power goes beyond citrulline. It contains high levels of potassium, an essential electrolyte for muscle function. Many seniors are deficient in potassium, which leads to cramps, weakness, and accelerated muscle loss. A single wedge of watermelon provides more potassium than a banana, plus additional muscle-protecting compounds. Here's something remarkable. Watermelon contains lycopene, the same antioxidant found in tomatoes, but in higher concentrations. Lycopene specifically protects muscle cells from oxidative damage, the cellular stress that accelerates muscle breakdown with age. When you eat watermelon, you're essentially putting a protective shield around your muscle cells. The natural sugars in watermelon also play an important role. After any physical activity, even daily walking or housework, your muscles need to replenish glycogen. The fructose in watermelon is perfectly designed to refill glycogen stores, while the citrulline enhances recovery. It's nature's recovery drink. For maximum benefit, eat watermelon about an hour before or immediately after physical activity. The citrulline takes roughly an hour to convert into nitric oxide, so eating it beforehand improves performance, while eating it after accelerates recovery. Some people even juice watermelon together with the white part of the rind, which contains an even higher concentration of citrulline. Moving on to our third muscle-saving food, and this one might surprise you with its convenience. Canned salmon, particularly wild-caught pink or sockeye salmon, is possibly the most complete muscle-protecting food you can buy, and it's ready to eat straight from the can. Canned salmon with bones provides 25 grams of complete protein per small can. But protein is just the beginning. The omega-3 fatty acids in salmon, particularly EPA and DHA, do something remarkable for aging muscles. They actually make your muscles more sensitive to protein, meaning you build more muscle from the same amount of protein when you have adequate omega-3s. Research has shown that seniors who consume omega-3-rich fish regularly have significantly less muscle loss and better muscle function than those who don't. The omega-3s reduce inflammation at the cellular level, creating an environment where muscles can thrive instead of waste away. But here's the hidden gem in canned salmon: the soft, edible bones. These bones are loaded with calcium, phosphorus, and vitamin D, creating a trifecta of muscle-supporting nutrients. The vitamin D in salmon is in the D3 form, the same type your body makes from sunlight, and it's crucial for muscle strength and function. Canned salmon also contains astaxanthin, the compound that gives salmon its pink color. Astaxanthin is one of the most powerful antioxidants in nature, and it has a special affinity for muscle tissue. It protects muscles from exercise-induced damage and accelerates recovery even from daily activities. The convenience factor cannot be overstated. No cooking, no preparation, no cleanup. You can eat it straight from the can, mix it into a salad, or mash it with avocado on toast. It's shelf-stable for years, so you can stock up when it's on sale. At about $3 per can, it's cheaper than most protein powders per serving. Another advantage: canned salmon is cooked during the canning process, which makes the protein more digestible for seniors who may have reduced stomach acid. The cooking also softens the bones completely, making them safe and easy to eat while providing concentrated nutrition. The fourth food on our list has been vilified and vindicated more times than any other, but science has finally settled the debate. Whole eggs, including the yolk, are one of the most anabolic foods on the planet. Anabolic means muscle building, and eggs trigger this process more effectively than isolated protein powders. Recent research from the University of Illinois found something groundbreaking. When people ate whole eggs after exercise, they built 40% more muscle than those who consumed the same amount of protein from egg whites alone. The yolk contains compounds that amplify muscle protein synthesis in ways we're just beginning to understand. Eggs provide the highest quality protein score of any whole food, with a biological value of 100. This means your body can use virtually all the protein in eggs for muscle building. But it's not just about the protein quality, it's about the complete package that comes with it. The yolk contains vitamin D, which we now know is crucial for muscle function. It contains choline, which helps your nervous system communicate with your muscles. It contains vitamin A, which is necessary for protein synthesis. When you throw away the yolk or rely on protein powder, you're missing these critical muscle-building coactors. Eggs also contain something called leucine-rich protein clusters. These naturally occurring protein structures are more effective at triggering muscle protein synthesis than the same amount of isolated leucine in supplements. It's another example of how whole foods outsmart processed alternatives. Here's a practical tip that makes eggs even more powerful for muscle protection. Eating eggs with vegetables increases the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins from the vegetables by up to 7 times. So, a vegetable omelet isn't just tasty, it's a muscle-protecting powerhouse that no protein shake can match. The cholesterol in egg yolks, once feared, is now understood to be beneficial for most people. Cholesterol is a precursor to testosterone and other hormones that support muscle mass. Seniors often have declining hormone levels, and the cholesterol in eggs helps support natural hormone production. Our 5th muscle-saving food works while you sleep, and it's been used for thousands of years in Eastern Europe, where people maintain strength and vitality well into old age. Kefir, a fermented milk drink, is like yogurt's more powerful cousin, and it does things for muscle health that no protein powder can replicate. Kefir contains more probiotics than any other dairy product, with up to 60 different strains of beneficial bacteria and yeasts. These probiotics don't just support digestion, they actually influence muscle mass through something called the gut-muscle axis. Healthy gut bacteria produce short-chain fatty acids that reduce inflammation and improve protein utilization throughout your body. The protein in kefir is predigested through fermentation, meaning the long protein chains are already broken down into smaller peptides and amino acids. For seniors with reduced digestive capacity, this predigestion means nearly perfect protein absorption without the digestive stress that protein powders often cause. But here's what makes kefir truly special for overnight muscle protection. It contains high levels of casein protein, which forms a gel in your stomach and releases amino acids slowly for up to 7 hours. Drinking kefir before bed literally feeds your muscles all night long, preventing the muscle breakdown that typically occurs during sleep. Kefir also contains bioactive peptides that have been shown to lower blood pressure, reduce inflammation, and improve immune function. These aren't added benefits, they're essential for muscle health. High blood pressure damages the small blood vessels that feed your muscles. Inflammation accelerates muscle breakdown. Poor immune function leads to illness that causes rapid muscle loss. The fermentation process creates vitamin K2, particularly the MK7 form, which directs calcium to your bones and muscles rather than your arteries. This is crucial for muscle function and something you won't find in any protein powder. Making kefir even more powerful is simple. Add a tablespoon of ground flax seeds for omega-3 fatty acids, or blend it with berries for additional antioxidants. Unlike protein shakes that taste medicinal, kefir is naturally tangy and refreshing, making it enjoyable to drink daily. Number 6 might challenge everything you've heard about plant proteins, but the science is clear. Black beans are one of the most effective foods for stopping muscle loss, and they work through mechanisms that animal proteins don't even possess. Black beans contain 18 grams of protein per cooked cup, but that's not what makes them special. They contain resistant starch, a type of fiber that acts like a prebiotic, feeding the beneficial bacteria in your gut. These bacteria then produce butyrate, a compound that has been shown to preserve muscle mass and improve muscle function. The combination of protein and resistant starch in black beans creates what researchers call the second meal effect. When you eat black beans, they improve your muscles' response to protein not just from that meal, but from your next meal too. It's like they prime your muscles to build more efficiently for hours after eating them. Black beans are incredibly rich in folate, providing over 60% of your daily needs in one cup. Folate is essential for producing new cells, including muscle cells. Many seniors are deficient in folate, which impairs their ability to build and repair muscle tissue. No protein powder provides significant folate. The magnesium content in black beans is exceptional, providing 30% of your daily needs per cup. Magnesium is required for hundreds of enzymatic reactions involved in muscle function, from energy production to protein synthesis. Without adequate magnesium, your muscles simply can't use protein effectively, no matter how much you consume. Here's something fascinating. Black beans contain compounds called anthocyanins, the same antioxidants found in blueberries. These anthocyanins specifically protect muscle cells from oxidative damage and have been shown to improve muscle recovery and reduce age-related muscle loss. The fiber in black beans also plays a crucial role in muscle health by regulating blood sugar. Stable blood sugar means stable insulin levels, and insulin is one of the most anabolic hormones in your body. When blood sugar spikes and crashes, as it does with many protein powders sweetened with artificial ingredients, it creates a catabolic environment where muscles break down. Our seventh food might seem unusual for muscle protection, but beets have recently been recognized as one of the most powerful foods for maintaining muscle function and strength, especially in seniors. Beets are nature's richest source of dietary nitrates, which your body converts to nitric oxide. This is the same compound that expensive pre-workout supplements try to provide, but beets do it naturally and more effectively. The nitric oxide from beets improves blood flow to muscles by up to 20%, delivering more oxygen and nutrients while removing metabolic waste. Studies have shown that drinking beet juice or eating cooked beets can improve muscle efficiency by up to 16%. This means your muscles can do the same work using less energy, reducing fatigue and the muscle damage that comes with it. For seniors, this translates to being able to stay active longer without the exhaustion that leads to muscle loss. But beets offer something unique that no protein powder can provide: betalains. These are the compounds that give beets their deep red color, and they're powerful anti-inflammatory agents that specifically target muscle inflammation. Chronic inflammation is one of the primary drivers of age-related muscle loss, and betalains help stop it at the source. The natural sugars in beets are also beneficial for muscles. They're released slowly due to beets' fiber content, providing sustained energy for muscle function without the blood sugar spikes that promote muscle breakdown. This makes beets ideal to eat before any physical activity, from gardening to walking. Beets also contain trimethylglycine, also known as betaine, which helps your body produce creatine naturally. Creatine is essential for muscle energy and strength, and while young bodies produce plenty, production declines with age. The betaine in beets helps restore youthful creatine levels naturally. The eighth and final food on our list might be the most powerful of all when it comes to stopping muscle loss instantly: sardines packed in olive oil. They provide a combination of nutrients that no protein powder could ever replicate. One tin of sardines delivers 23 grams of high-quality protein with all essential amino acids in perfect proportions. But the protein is just the foundation. Sardines are one of the richest natural sources of vitamin D, providing up to 70% of your daily needs in a single serving. Vitamin D deficiency is directly linked to muscle weakness and accelerated muscle loss in seniors. The omega-3 fatty acids in sardines are in their most bioavailable form, immediately ready for your body to use. These omega-3s don't just reduce inflammation, they actually make your muscle cells more sensitive to anabolic signals. This means every gram of protein you eat works harder when you have adequate omega-3s from sardines. Being packed in olive oil adds another dimension of muscle protection. The monounsaturated fats in olive oil enhance the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins from sardines, while also providing their own anti-inflammatory benefits. The combination of fish oil and olive oil creates a synergistic effect that multiplies the muscle-protecting benefits. Sardines are also one of the best sources of CoQ10, a compound essential for energy production in muscle cells. CoQ10 levels naturally decline with age, leading to muscle fatigue and weakness. The CoQ10 in sardines is in its most absorbable form, immediately available to energize your muscles. Finally, the small, soft bones in sardines provide highly absorbable calcium and phosphorus, two minerals that work together to support proper muscle contraction. Unlike many calcium supplements that can cause digestive issues, the calcium from sardine bones is gentle, effective, and completely natural. Now, let's put this all together into a practical daily plan that doesn't require protein powder ever again. Start your morning with whole eggs cooked in a bit of olive oil, perhaps scrambled with some vegetables. This provides immediate muscle protection with complete proteins and muscle-building coactors to start your day strong. Mid-morning, if you need a snack, have a small bowl of ricotta with berries. The fast-acting whey proteins will stop any muscle breakdown from your morning activities, while the berries add antioxidant protection. For lunch, enjoy a black bean salad with vegetables and a simple olive oil dressing. The combination of plant protein, resistant starch, and fiber creates the perfect environment for muscle preservation through the afternoon. In the afternoon, especially if you've been active, have some watermelon. The citrulline will enhance recovery, while the natural sugars replenish muscle glycogen. This is particularly important on warm days when you might be slightly dehydrated. Dinner could feature either canned salmon or sardines with roasted beets and vegetables. This provides omega-3s, complete protein, and nitric oxide precursors that will protect your muscles through the evening. Before bed, have a small glass of kefir. The slow-releasing casein proteins will feed your muscles throughout the night, preventing the muscle breakdown that typically occurs during sleep. This isn't a rigid prescription. Mix and match these foods based on your preferences and what's available. The key is to include a variety throughout the week, ensuring you get the full spectrum of muscle-protecting compounds. Let me explain why these whole foods outperform any protein powder on the market. First, whole foods provide what scientists call food synergy. The nutrients in whole foods work together in ways we're only beginning to understand. When you isolate protein into a powder, you lose these synergistic effects. It's like listening to a single instrument versus a full orchestra. Second, whole foods contain coactors that make protein work. Vitamins, minerals, enzymes, and phytonutrients all play roles in muscle protein synthesis. Protein powder might add synthetic vitamins, but they're not in the natural forms or ratios that your body recognizes and uses efficiently. Third, the proteins in whole foods come in natural structures that your body has evolved to digest and utilize. The high heat processing used to make protein powders denature these structures, making them less effective and harder to digest. Fourth, whole foods provide sustained nutrition. Unlike protein powder that's quickly absorbed and gone, whole foods release nutrients over time, providing extended muscle protection. This is especially important for seniors who may not eat frequently. Finally, whole foods taste good, and provide eating satisfaction. This might seem trivial, but enjoying your food is crucial for long-term compliance. Nobody looks forward to a chalky protein shake, but a delicious meal with these muscle-protecting foods is sustainable for life. Some of you might be thinking, but I've been told I need 30 g of protein per meal. You can easily get that from these foods. 3 eggs with an ounce of cheese provide 25 g. A tin of sardines with a cup of black beans provides over 40 g. You don't need powder to hit your protein targets. Others worry about preparation time. Most of these foods require minimal or no preparation. Canned fish, ricotta, kefir, and watermelon are ready to eat. Eggs take 5 minutes to cook. Black beans can be batch cooked or bought canned. This is actually faster than mixing and cleaning protein shake bottles. If you're concerned about cost, calculate the real numbers. These whole foods provide not just protein, but complete nutrition. When you factor in the vitamins, minerals, and other supplements you won't need, plus the health benefits that prevent medical costs, whole foods are significantly cheaper than protein powder. For those with digestive issues, these foods are actually easier to digest than protein powder. Fermented options like kefir, pre-cooked proteins like canned fish, and soft options like ricotta are gentle on sensitive stomachs. Start with small portions and gradually increase as your digestion improves. When I say these foods stop muscle loss instantly, I'm not exaggerating. Here's the science. Within 30 minutes of eating leucine-rich foods like ricotta or eggs, muscle protein synthesis increases. Blood markers show an immediate shift from muscle breakdown to muscle building. This isn't theoretical, it's measurable in laboratory tests. The nitric oxide from beets and watermelon begins dilating blood vessels within an hour, improving nutrient delivery to muscles. The omega-3s from fish begin reducing inflammatory markers within hours. The probiotics from kefir start influencing your gut-muscle axis immediately. Over days and weeks, these immediate effects compound. Better daily protein synthesis means gradual muscle building. Reduced inflammation means less muscle breakdown. Improved circulation means better recovery from all activities. Studies on seniors eating these whole foods show measurable improvements in strength, walking speed, and muscle mass within as little as 4 weeks. Compare that to protein powder studies, which often show minimal or no benefit in real-world scenarios. So, here's your choice. You can continue spending money on processed protein powders, choking down shakes that taste like sweetened chalk, dealing with bloating and digestive issues, and wondering why you're still losing muscle despite all the protein you're consuming. Or you can embrace these 8 powerful whole foods that not only stop muscle loss, but make eating enjoyable again. Ricotta that tastes like dessert. Sweet, refreshing watermelon. Convenient canned fish. Satisfying eggs. Probiotic-rich kefir. Hearty black beans. Energizing beets. Nutrient-dense sardines. These foods don't just preserve muscle. They preserve your independence, your vitality, and your quality of life. They work with your body's natural processes, rather than trying to override them with industrial products. Every meal is an opportunity to stop muscle loss and start building strength. You don't need a laboratory-created powder. You need real food that your body recognizes, appreciates, and knows how to use. Thank you for joining me today on Healthy Live. If this information opened your eyes to the power of whole foods over supplements, please share it with someone who needs to hear it. Subscribe for more myth-busting nutrition advice. And remember, real food beats powder every single time. Until next time, eat well, stay strong, and forget the protein powder.